Welcome to my channel, Kaz's Communicate. My name is Kaz and I'm an intuitive and a healer. Today we're going to do a love reading for singles. So we have 3 piles to choose from. This is pile 1 with the pink Kunzite, pile 2 with the rose quartz heart, and pile 3 with the pink Tourmaline. You may be able to hear the rain in the background. It's a bit of a grey dark day today, so I apologise for any shadows or any background noise. Anyway, if you pick your pile, and then I'll see you in your readings. Welcome pile 1. You chose the pink Kunzite. So I'm just going to tune in and see what I can get for you. Right, so right away what I'm getting is that perhaps you've been single for a long time, and it may have been 5 or more years. Spirit is saying there's a reason for this. You've had some things to clear up karmically, and they didn't want to draw anyone else into it. I'm also getting that you might have had some relationships, but they're very short-lived and not good quality relationships. So there might have been a lot of take and not much give, or you might have done the chasing. So what Spirit is saying is that time is coming to an end now, and it's time for you to be in a joyous, balanced, joined relationship where there is no taking, there's giving on both sides. So it's a very balanced, mature relationship. Now, for some of you, this may be the first time you've experienced this type of relationship, and so it may feel very foreign to you, and you might keep thinking that there's something wrong when you get into this relationship because there's no drama and there's no ups and downs. It's just nice and calm, and you're thinking, oh gosh, it's not quite right. But what Spirit is saying is that the reason you feel like this is because of patterning from the past, and it's time for that to stop now. So it's going to be quite a different relationship to what you've had before. Now I'm hearing the words 3 to 5, so that might be 3 to 5 weeks, 3 to 5 months, 3 to 5 years before this relationship appears. And it's not like you have to go hunting for it. This relationship will find you. Now, Spirit is saying, don't hide in your house away from people, because you're going to find this when you're out and about, but you don't specifically have to look for it. It's going to be someone that you bump into. This might be someone who's foreign to your country, or has moved from another country, or is on a holiday from another country. They may have just settled in your country or been there a number of years. But it's someone who's maybe their culture is different to yours. It's someone outside, someone different to who you'd normally be in a relationship with. And Spirit is saying, don't expect that to be dramatic and to have problems with families and things like that. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be different. That's the word they're using, just different. It may be someone who has completely different beliefs to you, or a completely different perspective on the world. And it's going to show you, it's going to open up your perspective. And things that you've judged before, you're going to be rethinking and reformulating in your belief system. This is a nice, kind person coming in. For some people, it might be that they're hidden. So it might be someone that perhaps you have overlooked. They are new to you, but maybe you'll tend to overlook them because they don't fit the normal patterning of who you would go for. You are still going to be incredibly attracted to them, and they will to you. but it's not someone that on first glance you might think, oh my gosh, that's the person. You need to do a bit of investigating and delving when it comes to this person. And I'm hearing still waters run deep, so they might be fairly quiet, but they've got a lot going on under the surface. And it's a lot of wisdom, a lot of maturity, and a lot of fun. They do like to travel and get out and about, and they like both ends of the scale. So they like to rough it and go bush, and they also like to live in the lap of luxury. So you're going to get a fair balance with them. If you're a bit older, they might have teenagers, or you might have teenagers, and so you're going to go adventuring with them. And I'm getting a lot of good cuisine, and maybe one of you or both of you really enjoy cooking. You're going to be doing a lot of cooking together. And sailing. One of you might really enjoy being on the ocean. I'm being shown a bunch of pink roses. And someone from your ancestors is bringing this person in. It's like they're escorting them in with a bunch of pink roses. So this is really lovely, group one. All right, that's all I have for you today. I'll see you in my next reading. Welcome, group 2, to your reading. You chose the Rose Quartz Heart. I'm just going to tune into the energy here. Now, for some reason, I'm hearing the words mums and dads. So you might be a group of people who've already got children in your single life, or it may be that you're really wanting to become a mother or father. So they say that if you're wanting to become parents, opportunity is coming in the next 3 to 5 years, and it will be joyous because it's what you've always wanted. For those of you who are already parents, it may be that you've not introduced anyone to your children because of the fear of what it will do to your children. And Spirit is saying you're not to worry about that. You might meet someone who's got their own children as well, and you might become a bit of a Brady Bunch and blend the families. So I'm reading for 2 different groups here, so I'm just trying to get the energy separated. Okay. Some of you are waiting to meet the one that you're supposed to be with, or the one that you're going to create a family with. And Spirit is saying, wait no longer, it's just around the corner. So within the next year, you'll come across this person. They're saying to you that this person will be at the time in their life that they're wanting to settle down as well. So you won't have to be wondering if they're going to be committed. For some of you in this group who are wanting to become parents, you will know immediately when you see this person that they're the one for you, and the feeling might be mutual. Spirit is saying not to rush it because it's still worth getting to know a person. And you might find with some of you that work constraints or family constraints don't allow you to rush into starting a family. But it will happen with this person. And for some of you, I'm seeing 2 to 3 children. For the other group in this group, I know that sounds confusing, who already have children, what I'm seeing is a picnic or a social gathering outside when it's warm, on a warm sunny day, where you might come across this person. So for some of you, it's going to be where there's a lot of green grass, and for some of you, it's going to be where it's a little bit rocky and there's stones on the ground. So that may be an area that's close to you, or it may not be. It might be when you're on holiday. Some of you, I'm feeling that you've already seen this person in your dreams. So you might have dreamt of someone, and what it is it's your energetic cord reaching their energetic cord. So you would have worked this out before you came into your human life, that you were going to get together and at a certain time and do this. So this is a connection that's already been pre-planned. Sorry, group 2, I got interrupted and it's much later in the day now. So as I was saying earlier, for your group, you've already pre-planned this relationship before you came into life. And for most significant relationships, that is pre-planned anyway. But with this one in particular, you don't have to try too hard, either of you. It's just going to be something that happens. And I'm not going to say there'll never ever be problems, but because it is destined, if you miss each other on a meeting, let's say, you'll have another opportunity, and the opportunities will keep coming until you come into contact. They're saying it's quite a fortuitous meeting, and because you will know each other, it's likely to develop into something pretty much after the first meeting. Your kids will get along if you already have kids. When you decide to cohabitate, there may be a few teething problems with the kids, but they'll be sorted out in time. Okay, group 2, that's all I'm getting for you. Thanks for coming to this reading, and if you like the content, please subscribe. I'll see you next time. Welcome, group 3-2 reading. Before we get started, I just want to say that I accidentally knocked your crystal, the pink Tourmaline, onto the ground as I was doing another reading, and I don't believe that there's any accidents. So I feel that for this group, you do need to be grounded. And what came through with that groundedness is perhaps you've been quite up in your head about a particular person that you've got your eye on. And you've been thinking a lot about them and working out how you can get to be with this person. Now, I'm going to say for some people, this person isn't for you. For others, it is. So that makes it very unclear. I apologise. But I'll talk further about each group and maybe you can decide which one you're in. So for the person that you've got your eye on and they're not for you, this person might be in another relationship currently. And so there's kind of a block there for you because of the fact they're in a relationship. So even if they're being a bit encouraging, but they are in a relationship, this person isn't for you. Spirit is saying that's a big sign for you, they're not for you. And it may be that you're attracted to them because they are already committed elsewhere. So perhaps have a little look at maybe your own motivations and whether you truly are in a space to be committed to someone, or whether you are just looking for some fun times. And if you are, that's fine. But you probably need to look elsewhere. For the people who are, I'm going to go back to that first group, who this person isn't for. For some of you, you may be attracted to this person because you knew them in a past life. Now, or They remind you of someone that you've previously been with and the characteristics. So what I'm going to say to you about this is, if there's something that you admire about them, put it on a manifestation wish list if you want to be in a relationship, a committed relationship. And rather than that person and going over in your head how you can get with this person and maybe, you know, their relationship might break down and how you could step in and blah, 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 blah. I feel like you're creating this big story in your head that really is putting a block on you meeting other people for a start, but also is spiritually and energetically attracting energy that you probably don't want around you. So first of all, just take a step back. Look at what you like about this person. What are the characteristics you like about them? Put it on a manifestation wish list. And there's plenty of information out there on YouTube about how to manifest someone you like. But don't go for a specific person, just the characteristics of a person. So it might be that you like that they're tall, or they have blonde hair, or they have dark hair, or that they, you know, have nice teeth, or whatever it is. Write it all down, and then you might think about what else you'd like in a person. So it might be that they're ambitious, or they're sporty, or they like theatre, or anything along those lines. And just make a manifestation wish list, and you can either do a ceremony on a full moon, or you can manifest it in any other way that you want. But what we're avoiding here is karma with this person who's in a relationship. So that can get very tricky energetically if you start getting woven into their energy and into their partner's energy. And Spirit is just saying, try to avoid this. Now, it may be that they are someone from a past life who might have been very close to you, and that's why you feel drawn to them. So just recognize this for what it is. It's not meant to be a relationship, a sexual relationship or a romantic relationship in this lifetime. It might be that they turn out to be a very good and supportive friend. So I'm getting with this group, you perhaps like the drama of they're being hard to get, or you're being hard to get, or there's a block around the relationship, and you like buying into that energy. But what I'm seeing is it's a false energy. It's not solid, if you like. It's not a solid connection in that way that you want it to be. So they're saying it's not a movie. This is not a story that starts with absolute, two separate people coming together at the end. It's not like that. This person isn't for you. And in fact, it brings me to something I learnt many years ago in a psychology of vision workshop, where they talk about if you resist the temptation, there's something much better behind it. So, and that stands here. There's going to be someone much, much better for you if you walk away from this situation. And even if it's not a tangible situation where it's real and you're actually involved with this person, even if it's a fantasy situation, you need to walk away, because otherwise you won't have a really good opportunity come towards you. For those of you who have someone in your head who is either at a distance, or you've met and haven't been able to be with them for whatever reason. And getting for some of you, it's distance related. They might be living somewhere else in the world or in the country. Or they might be tied up with family business or something like this. Or there might be an issue with other family members. Spirit is saying that if you persist, the situation will resolve and you will be able to be together. However, you do need a lot of patience and perseverance. And it might not be the relationship you're after long term. For some of you it might be. But you might even have to just persevere and have patience and get to that point to decide whether it is or not for you. Some of you, your souls are longing for this person and really calling out for them. And their soul is answering. But they might not be making any moves towards you at this point. In a year to 15 months, this may resolve. But like I said, that is a long time for some people and you may have to be super patient. Some of you might have had false promises made by someone and saying they are going to be with you at this point or they're going to come towards you at this point, and you've been very disappointed, and so now you're trying to clutch or cling to whatever there is in the relationship, even if it's not much at all. For some of you experiencing that, you may just need to step away. And what you might find is that the other person then comes towards you. And I don't mean this in a playing hard to get type of way. I mean stepping back into your own energy, stop trying to pull them into your world, and you might find that they say distance makes the heart grow fonder. In some cases, this might be true for you. So you may just need to step back if you're finding it frustrating and you're trying to control the situation and trying to control them. Because what that energy does is it repels someone else. So you want to have an energy that is magnetizing this person to you rather than repelling them the opposite way. There does need to be a bit of a shift in your consciousness as well. Spirit is saying that you might be someone who tends to get codependent in a relationship, and that's why this is frustrating you so much, because you have no control over the situation and you feel very unstable. And that's getting back to this being grounded again. It's time now to maybe pull back your energy from them and put some energy into yourself and how you are feeling. There may be a few things for you to heal within yourself before this relationship can crystallize and manifest into what you want it to be. You may have people around you telling you what to do and making suggestions. Spirit is saying, withdraw from other people's opinions, because this is your life and your energy. And when you're being pulled in different directions by different people's opinions, it's not helping you at all. There needs to be focus on self. Spirit suggests that you look at how you were in past relationships and start looking at some of your motivations for actions in relationships. You might want to see someone who can help you with this, just to get over some of those things. Maybe for some of you, hurts and disappointments, and in others, either controlling behaviours or submissive behaviours in a relationship. The reason the person's not coming towards you immediately is because there's things that you need to heal within yourself, and they also have some healing to do. Now, it's not that you have to tell them that they have to heal. It's up to you to heal yourself. And what you might find is that energy then encourages them to heal something within themselves without you even having to ever say anything or do anything. I'm seeing a box of chocolates. So if you're in this part of the group, you might enjoy chocolates. Some of you have had the rug pulled out from under you, where you've been in relationships and suddenly they've stopped, and the person has just up and left. For some of you, this is a pattern in your life that needs to be resolved. Otherwise, it will keep on happening. So start having a look at yourself if you can recognise that pattern in your life. And it doesn't have to be something that's hard to do. It's working on the fear around that happening again, because that is what draws it into you so that it happens again. But there is a base wound there that needs to be looked at. Okay, pile 3, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you'd like more of this content, please subscribe, and I will talk to you next time.